and it's the perfect time to add in this little beauty. Extra time. Chelsea takes Arsenal. As Grant said it in the beginning, I think we're using extra time to when we have previews, just kind of slide in the thing we were already going to do. So if you didn't see this extra time coming, here it is. Yeah, Chelsea, after a bad result, take on Arsenal coming off a North London Derby victory. It's a huge game for Manchester City. But it's huge for everyone involved. Can Arsenal do it? Will this be the fourth time this season? No, third time.
Beating us? No,
Time
they
because you
beat
guys
us in
drew
both
again.
Carabaos. Yeah.
Yeah, because you drew the first one. So can Arsenal do that? Stay above City? Or will this turn into a point where Chelsea maybe can kick on through a tough stretch of games, beating one of their biggest rivals? And there's a lot we can talk about in this game. I don't really know how it's going to go because I know that Chelsea always show up for these games. They've done that throughout both, except for when Liam Delap played right wing, which that shouldn't happen again. But what I can't say is I think Palmer plays. You don't have maybe let's start with Chelsea. I know what we do these Arsenal previews.
I don't even want to talk about them.
So we're not. What do Chelsea do here without Fofana to potentially get a win? Like where's your head at, Grant?
My head is currently at finding a way to lose power at some point on Sunday. Because I mean, like you said, I mean, I think I talked about it in my video, and then a little bit when we were talking about it. I have no reason to have confidence going to this game other than being a fan, and that's really what it's all about. But I'll give you another reason. The last time we won at the Emirates, we were owned by a Russian oligarch, and Romelu Lukaku scored on his second debut. So there's another one. But yeah, we're calling. It's almost like a call to action for can someone step up in this team? It's very unfair to ask a Mamadou Sarr to be that guy. I think that's obscene to even put him in that position. But I don't think I will physically be able to turn on the television if I see Tosin Chalobah as the starting center back pairing. I will not turn that game on, and I mean that wholeheartedly. Like that would be like you guys ever watch Clockwork Orange? Where like they're forcing the guy. Yeah, that would be me watching Tosin and Chalobah at the Emirates. That would be almost as bad as Badiashile Disasi at the Emirates when we lost 5-0 with Alfie Gilchrist starting at right back. But yeah, I have no fucking clue. Again, Palmer's definitely going to play. I think he's looked better of late, even though, again, in the Burnley game, his touches were incredibly loose. I think he was a big part of the problem in us not being able to get that second goal and put the game away. He doesn't avoid any accountability there. João Pedro's been phenomenal. He gave Gabriel and Saliba a long day at the office in that Delap right wing sesh. Esteval's getting a hamstring scan. So our only available wingers are Garnacho and Neto. In the midfield, that's the only place where you can somewhat have some confidence, right? Lavia coming back from fitness, he'll be on the bench. But Santos, Caicedo, Enzo's probably going to start as well, whether it's that left wing role or the 10, whatever the fuck. So you have that going for you. But again, the defense, Cucurella's hurt. I do not want to see Malo Gusto play left back ever again.
So is Hato slotting in there for you?
I would think so.
Okay.
I cannot watch Gusto play left back, especially after that fucking no-look pass. It's shit like that is unacceptable for me. Just like when Delap didn't put that goal away at Hull. It's the same sort of thing. Why is that even happening? That shouldn't... Oh, it's a split second. I don't care. It's unacceptable. Like, those mental lapses are inexcusable for me. Like, you can be shit, right? You can just have a bad hit of a ball and you sky it, whatever. That happens. But a mental mistake's unacceptable for me. And unfortunately, our defense is filled with them. Yeah. Our defense is filled with them. One of Garnacho or Neto, God forbid, both might start. I have no confidence.
I actually look at this Chelsea team and I think I have a little more confidence because that, like I said, the facade thing with Arsenal is true. Like that offense is not good. Eze
we were too lazy to put up the facade.
Eze and Gyökeres has only been good against relegation fodder.
We gave him a goal.
And Eze has only been good against Tottenham. And so with that in mind, even if you guys do trot out those defenders, you might give up a goal, but the one thing that I've noticed from Arsenal of late is their midfield just hasn't been as good. Like nowhere near it.
Agreed.
And
Agreed.
Zubimendi's been poor. I think Rice has had mistakes in him.
Oh, you're right.
So if I'm looking at the midfields right now, and I was asked like, who's the better of the two midfields right now? Is it Rice, Zubimendi, Eze, or Enzo, Caicedo, and Santos? I'm taking Chelsea's midfield right now, and that's how you
I'll
win
put
this.
our midfield up with any midfield in the world. And then we have those jokers in attack and the jokers in defense. So
And it's not he's a joker, but he has to step up. It's time. Palmer's got to take the game. There's going to be moments for Palmer to take control in this match, and if he doesn't take it, you guys will either draw or lose. So I think your midfield will stable out the defensive portions. Like I think Caicedo helps with that, but it comes down
just
to
wait till they get a corner.
Can your star boy be better than their star boy? Because if you let
much this season,
either of them,
it doesn't matter because if they get a corner, it's. Do you have any confidence in that? They can't defend a set piece against fucking Burnley.
I think Robert Sanchez needs to be better than this one off corners than he was in the EFL.
To be fair, Rosenior also did implement the anti-Arsenal tactic. He was probably the first.
We did that. I think we did that earlier in the season with Maresca.
Which is
did
fine.
It sparingly.
I know, but you guys exactly like you guys have an option to counteract it.
And he's been very proactive as a manager. I think again he's getting clowned all the time. I think that shit's been a bit corny, but everything he says after a game, I agree with. Where it's like, yeah, these things are unacceptable. And I'm starting to learn who I trust in this team in those types of moments. Like, oh yeah, weed them out. Please do. So I guess in that sense, he did sort of come in at a good time where he gets to have his hands on a little bit, but he can figure out that the shit guys are shit. So I'm enjoying that part of it, but I'd love to see it get implemented. Obviously, that's a lot easier said than done. It's a bigger squad as well that you have to manage that. These personalities, you've got those criminals that are your bosses that sign your paychecks. So there's a lot of pressure in that seat, but I cannot look past how shocking our defense is. I can't. And I know that their attack, I've said it myself, that attack does not scare me in the slightest. What does scare me is when one of our wingers doesn't track back. It's a 1v1 against the fullback, kick it off his shin, corner. I'm worried. So as much as I've trusted Robert Sanchez this year, the amount of times we have conceded off of a set piece, we might be breaking records like per capita for every dollar spent on defenders for how many goals we concede off these set pieces. It is infuriating. And he's also addressed that specifically. I've been saying it for maybe a year now, but that's really my biggest worry. I'm being deadly serious. That's the biggest.
I think I'm kind of with Dylan on this one. I think Arsenal, you guys have played them a lot. Like you should have a little bit of an advantage in that sense, in that Arsenal don't know how to change up their style. They play one way, and that this is the fourth time you guys are playing them this season. It's Rosenior's third time playing them this season. He should have something for us. Whether it just be tactically. Personally, I would rather them just jam pack the midfield defensively, and then you can break after that, I guess. But that's a lot of running for the wingers. But I would prefer them just jam pack that midfield, and to Dylan's point, just be a constant nuisance for the Arsenal midfield. Do not let them have anything. And then if the ball gets out to the winger, you have a one-on-one for Hato or James. But you just need to control that midfield and make it as hard as possible for them. If they get beat on the wings, they get beat on the wings. But don't let them out that midfield. Because to me, in that Tottenham game, they were doing good pressing for spurts of the game. They were making it hard for the Arsenal defense. But then one guy wouldn't step, or one guy would step too hard, and then they had free roam in the midfield to do whatever the fuck they want, and that's when the game opened up.
Yep. That should be a big difference for Chelsea too.
Yeah, I mean, Santos and Caicedo are a big upgrade. Also, Paulinho had to drop into the center back for that game. I feel like he probably would have played midfield and offered a little more. But Caicedo, Santos, kind of holding it a bit. Enzo. And I don't know what you could do. A 4-2-2 makes sense to me, but are you going to change up? I don't
Well,
know.
Enzo's
I
playing
do
that
think
left
there's
wing,
ways
he's
to get at
get
Arsenal
in.
though with what you have. Is my point behind all this.
Agreed. You are not wrong. And again, my counter is against Leeds. We played flawless football for all but 6 minutes, and that cost us 2 points. So we're very capable of, in as little as possible of an opportunity, to give the most. We're so generous, and it could just be recency bias, but that's what's stuck in my head. Is just us giving games away, and it would take a lot of mentality to turn that around in a one quick game to go play the best team in the league. They got the most points to go turn it around and have a proper performance against them. We have the players for it, no doubt in my mind, right? I mean, I'm just thinking Robert Sanchez's quality, Reece James, Moisés Caicedo, Cole Palmer, Enzo Fernández, like João Pedro, more than enough guys. But you're only as strong as your weakest link, right? And our weak link is highlighted under the spotlight. Everyone knows about it. So being on this side of it, as much of maybe it's a little bit of just a depression cope, right? With just a gimmick reverse jinx. Nah, bro. Like it's I don't feel great about it.
All right. Well, let's do predickies for this one, and then we'll do the rest, and we'll get on out of here. I'm going 2-2. I think that Chelsea step up, and I think that we didn't see Caicedo in a lot of these games that have been played. He's going to be my man of the match.
I like that. I'm going to go 2-1 Chelsea, though. I don't think either team is going to be happy with the draw in this situation. It's kind of not worth anything. So I expect one team to walk away with the win because I think they're both going to open up towards the end if it is 1-1.
Yeah, that's what I had. I had a 1-1. That's
1-1.
my optimistic pick. Yeah, that's my optimism pick right there.
Caicedo was also my man of the match, though.
Yep, same.
Okay.
I think that's been like my past 3 because I was just kind of riding the wave of like, okay, he's got to hit one, and he didn't. But yeah, I feel like he's bossed a lot of these sort of games where you call upon the midfield to step up. So, Moy, what do you have for me?